enemies literally die on the spot or die using their death animations. Nothing is ragdolled, no physics are present, and in that respect it's kind of disappointing. But if you can look past that, the depth and complexity of character building and loot in this game is like off the charts, probably more so than any other ARPG that I've seen since. Path of Exile is currently released on PC and is coming to the Xbox One for those of you who don't have a PC and would like to experience this awesome game. So look for it on that when it comes out with the new patch that releases 5 new acts. I think that's when it's being released on the console. It's free to play, it's a good game, and is it worth your time? Definitely. Go download it today, give it a shot, it's free. You don't really have much to lose. It's been a hot minute since I visited Path of Exile, and its progress over the past 6 months. As we know, Path of Exile changes quite a lot from year to year. Unlike Destiny 2, but very much like Warframe, Path of Exile and its developer, Grinding Gear Games, is focused on constantly reworking and adding new content every 3 months, with large expansions coming once a year. And while the latest and greatest content drop for PoE was in early December, I wanted to update my previous video review of Path of Exile and discuss how it's faring in the early portion of 2018. The current challenge league in Path of Exile, named Abyss, is one of my favorite new leagues by far. Every league in the past has had some sort of mechanic or gimmick added to the game's various randomized zones, which helps to change up the gameplay every 3 months during the leveling process from Act 1 to 10, because every time you hit a new league, every 3 months you have to make a new character. The Abyss League is no different in this category either, as you will regularly find abysses strewn across all the acts in almost every zone that spawns huge amounts of creepy mobs and tons of magic and elite enemies with an Abyss Trove chest at the end if you do it quick enough. In later acts, instead of an Abyss Trove chest, you may find an Abyss Depths, which is a fully randomized area with those same creepy enemies cranked to the max. Expect lots of loot from these. These troves can spawn new jewels that you can socket into a new kind of belt that drops alongside loot during these Abyss encounters. The last league had you fighting tough enemies in order to chip away at the health of a guy, summoning them, and then getting loot. Whereas in these abysses, loot is far more abundant due to the sheer amount of enemies that can spawn. It's never not a rush to mow down all those little bastards and have a stream of loot spill from their corpses. More important than the new Abyss Challenge League is the latest expansion that dropped around the same time in December, the War for the Atlas, an expansion that focuses on adding more to and reworking aspects of the Endgame Maps system. That's not all though. 10 new skill gems have been added, Ancestral Call being one of them I find to be game-changing, and I love it. 48 new unique items have been generously added to the loot pool, as well as 32 new endgame maps, with 2 of them being unique. Many of them use the new tile sets and bosses introduced in the Fall of Oriath expansion. More than a few of the previous maps and bosses within these maps have also been reworked with new assets and mechanics too. Some of these new bosses drops Shaper and Elder affected loot, which can have interesting new effects on your build. From a visual standpoint, each major update to Path of Exile continues to refine and polish both the game's artwork and visual effects seen in anything from the environments and mob design to the skill effects and even microtransactions. Speaking of microtransactions, however, it's still as non-intrusive as it has always been. Most are nothing but visual changes to your character. However, if you are serious about Path of Exile, you will want to spend some money on getting specialized stash tabs for things like maps, essences, and general currency, as these particular paid upgrades make life in Path of Exile incredibly more convenient, almost to the point where they are essential. It is possible to earn some cosmetics for free by completing a hefty slew of achievements by grinding to the endgame, so at least there is that for those who refuse to put money down but want to look cool. Path of Exile gets a new update and new challenge league every 3 months. It will be interesting to see how Path of Exile continues to grow and change come early March when the next league appears and replaces the Abyss League. When that happens, I'll be sure to report on it. I hope you enjoyed this look into Path of Exile in early 2018 and the changes that came along with the new Abyss Challenge League. If you did, then you know what to click down below to make me happy as a YouTuber. Thank you very much for watching, and never stop gaming. This was definitely a shorter review for me, but I'm looking to make future videos like this not as long so that I can make more of them and cover either more new games or revisit older games that I've already tried or reviewed and just do kind of like shorter updates like these.